What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the trenches. It's week one is done. We are ready to start the season off. What is the trenches? It's quite simply the most diabolical, craziest fantasy competition you've ever seen. These 12 contestants right here were brave enough to hop in this contest for their shot at $5,000, but they have no idea what we're about to put them through. You guys ready to see it? I know we are. Welcome to the trenches. All right, guys, week one is wrapped up, and you guys can see the scoreboard. You guys can see the points. We threw some stuff at you this week. We made turnovers worth -10. That's reflected in the score. We also had to change it so that your quarterback's points actually went over to your opponent. So we saw a lot of people make changes at quarterback, trying to compensate for that. Somebody probably wishes they had played Derek Carr. Someone else probably wishes that they hadn't gave 20 points to their opponent, as we can see on the screen. But the nice thing was, throughout the matchups, when we look at the point totals, all the matchups came out the way that they were shown, despite the quarterback sharing, except for one. Matt and Alex. If you look at the screen right now, pretty close matchup, but when we swap those quarterback scores, we see that the win on the screen does not reflect the point total. The quarterback switch offset what we see right now. Nat, you actually came through with the win after the quarterback switch. Nat finishes with 128 and Alex finishes with 122 and some change. How do you feel about that, Alex, knowing that the screen says you won, but once we switch those point totals...
Well, wish I would have found a worse quarterback like Dak Prescott.
Like Dak
Yeah, thanks. I already have him.
Matt, how are you feeling about you know, the screen says that you lost, but it turns out that you won?
I thought that was what was going to happen, so I was waiting, because I'm like, wait a minute, now if I know the rules, I'm like, technically I won, so I could have played Dak Prescott, I probably would have won anyway. Like, just not a good week for the, for my QBs, but I'm excited and I'm happy about it, so I got win one.
Well, there you go. The trenches claims its first victim. Alex, I'm sorry that it was you, but that's the way it's going to go down here this year. So everybody, after the draft, we saw a lot, well over 30 roster changes. Since the draft, we've seen quite a few more as everybody tries to get back the people that they had to drop to pick up their subpar quarterbacks. We've seen quite a few trades going through, as we can see on the screen. Chef Boy RDJ, you are probably the busiest one in the trade room right now. You're kind of trying to trade with everybody. Do you feel that bad about your team, or are you just trying to fix some things during the draft? What's going on with all these trades, bud?
I came up a little bit short in the running back area.
soon as we finished the draft, and I didn't like it. So try to move things around to at least get one better running back. I like where I'm at right now. I think it's the one.
Does this mean you're not going to be doing any more trades?
I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
I think
listen,
you were
man.
involved in every single trade that's gone through to this point.
Yeah.
So you've really been busy on that wire. Andrew and Kate, I know you guys did a deal with them, a pretty nice one. Why did you guys feel you need to make that deal?
Our running backs we were fairly comfortable with. Also had a couple good players on the bench that we were comfortable with, but we needed a little more oomph on our wide receiver line. So felt like we needed to sacrifice in some areas to kind of gain some ground in others. So our trade was proposed that we both felt comfortable with, so we decided to jump on it.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of roster movement this week and throughout this season. So it's best of luck to everybody, and we'll keep on watching the trends and see how those play out. Each week, you want to be the top scorer. Why do you want to be the top scorer? Well, the top scorer is going to get some things. The top scorer is going to get an extra $30 into their fab budget. That's always nice to have. As we can see, top scorer this week, Jordan Thomas, sitting at the top, $35. Also gets to pick the Gamebreaker. Gamebreaker time, everybody. It's the time you guys have all been waiting for. You guys are going to be waiting for this part of the show every single week, because this is the part that's going to decide who wins and who loses next week. But you guys get to decide what's going to happen yourself. You can see some categories there on the screen. All you got to do is pick one. Whatever's behind the little window there is going to be what goes down for you guys next week. But we're not done yet. George, Chef Boy, our DJ, what is this week's Game Breaker?
Got a bunch of new players on my roster, so I'm gonna need new shoes to go with it.
You need some new shoes to go with it. Let's see what's going down, everybody. New shoes. Still your opponent's last acquired player. So here's how it goes down. We're going to go back and see who the last person was added to your roster. That person is going to go to your opponent. Got by, gone forever. Way to go.
Good luck with Geno Smith.
Expect some thank you cards to go out.
Best player may have been a trade with my opponent.
Right.
Hey, what if it's three
That's why I
players? I
didn't
like
make
that.
any pickups.
Get all
I
three
need
of them.
help.
Am I getting the check
I think you are.
Right away, Nick.
You know what? It's the trenches, and y'all thought you got over easy. So, Jordan, you're going to pick a category now, but this pick actually affects week 1. So, you thought you won? Hold your horses, everybody. It ain't done yet. Week 1 is not over. Jordan Thomas, tell us how week 1's going to finish out.
So, in honor of my boys at Patriots Pod down there, who I kind of put a beating on this week, I'm going to do exactly what I did to them in week 1, and we're going to go with the 187.
187. Head-to-head by position. Winner keeps the points. Loser loses the player. You guys can go back and check your rosters just like we're going to do. We're going to check all the head-to-head matchups. Whoever your quarterback went up against head-to-head, whoever won that matchup gets to keep them. Whoever lost it loses the player. All the way down. So as you check your rosters this week, check who lost the head-to-head matchup and just count that person off your roster, because they won't be there for this week. Lots of changes going on. Welcome to the trenches, people.
I'm
This
sorry.
actually is beautiful.
Chase is a chase. Case.
This is great.
What if we've already traded that?
So here's what's going to happen. We're going to go into sleeper. we're going to take all the head-to-head players, we're going to remove them off your roster in accordance to the 187. Then we're also going to look at the last player acquired, and we're going to pop them off your roster in accordance to the game breaker that Shipboy, our DJ, chose. Once all those players are off your roster, you guys can reach into your fab dollars and try and get those players back. Or you can wait until fab period is over and try to get them back the old-fashioned way. The choice is up to you, but you're going to have to do the work. All right.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. And I'm not even in the league.
I'm sleeping well.
You know, I didn't make that one up. I just want you guys to know.
Oh, that's what I want to know.
Yeah,
Damn, dude,
our trade is
only the
approved.
starters, right? The starters only.
I wonder if you better look and see if they're going to get dropped off your roster.
Yeah, the people who started.
I had
Alright,
my
guys.
trade
One
approved.
player, well, two players. I don't care about one of them, but I do care about the other one. Shit.
Okay, well, week 1, we have Cam Akers is going to the waiver pool. Damian Pierce is going to the waiver pool.
Oof.
Jamar Chase is going to the waiver pool.
There was a
Debo Samuel's going to the waiver pool. Cole Komet's going to the waiver pool.
there was a approved
CeeDee
trade.
Lamb is going to the
Whole
waiver
team
pool.
is in the waiver pool.
Blankenship, your whole team. Oh, but don't worry, he gets to keep his defense.
Oh my God! Time
So to
time
keep all
warp.
trades that have been completed already.
So trades,
Thanks a lot, Jordan. All right, that was all you, bro.
so trades that are affected, trades that are affected by this head-to-head matchup, those trades will revert back, because if you didn't have the player, then you couldn't trade the player. Does that make sense? So you guys will still be able to make those trades if you have those players, or you guys might have to renegotiate a new trade based on who you have left. You might be able to fix your team up on your own without using a trade at this point, because all the players are going to be back in the water.
I do have a question.
Shit.
Just so I can understand, who out of my team is getting dropped?
So we got the Rebel.
Everybody that lost.
Yes, everybody. Yeah, I got two.
Our
So
entire team is now
Justin
Yeah.
Fields.
I've only got 6.
But that's everybody that lost, right?
Cortland Sutton. Hunter Henry.
Lost head to head.
Lost that head-to-head matchup.
Lost the
by
head-to-head,
position.
not benches.
But the people that won too.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Okay.
do the benches.
All right.
Not gonna do the benches.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
glad
they
we got
didn't
this one
play,
out of the way
they
early.
didn't.
Yeah, holy smokes.
New shoes. Yeah.
I didn't.
187.
I didn't
Come on
really,
now.
to be honest, but
Y'all are all welcome.
I don't even want to look at the teams anymore.
Yeah.
all right,
Did
guys,
anybody lose their
you've
week
seen
7
the
person?
chaos that can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, put your trunks on. It's back into the waiver pool. See you guys next week on the trenches.
Deuces.
Oh, you guys are in trouble. You guys are in trouble.